people over the party. Use your voice, take control. The people over the party. We the voice, every choice. Stand together over the party. You know, I ain't even know how deep it go. I used to think it didn't even matter. Now I see it in the way we live. If we don't choose, it's chosen for us. That matters. You matter. Right now matters. Vote for your future. The people over the parties.
Got one with this one, Melody.
King for governor. King for governor. Governor.
The people over the parties. How could the parties be over the people? We stand, we ride. No matter what's wrong, we gonna make it right. The people over the parties. How could the parties be over the people? We stand, we ride. No matter what's wrong, we gonna make it right.
King for governor.
We decide. We decide. And if we don't, nah, we decide.
King for governor.
The people over the parties. The people over politics.
King for governor.
The law of the land includes your voice. We decide. We rise. The people over the parties. How could the parties be over the people? We stand, we stand, we stand.
King for
together.
governor.
The people over the parties. How could the parties be over the people? We stand, we ride. No matter what's wrong, we gonna make it right. The people over the parties. How could the parties be over the people? We stand, we ride. No matter what's wrong, we gonna make it right.
King for governor. King for governor. Governor. King for governor. King for governor. Governor. King for governor. King for governor. Governor. King for governor.
Blessings, 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 and welcome to the People Over the Party show. And I'm your host, Dr. David D. King. And with me, I have a blood relative in the house today. Amen. And I am grateful because one thing I know about the BRYANT bloodline, we are fighters. We stand up for what we believe in. And today I have a blood relative in the house. And that is the Reverend C.L. Bryant. Bless you, my cuz.
Thank you so much, cousin. Thank you so much for having me. And, you know, I had to come all the way up here, man, to help you do this thing. And I'm glad to do it. The folks down in Louisiana, from Louisiana all the way to Wisconsin,
All the way to Wisconsin.
are excited about what's happening. And I think the people in Wisconsin will be excited about what is about to happen. You know, David, the winds of change are blowing.
Yes.
They're blowing. And I think that for the longest time, we have been concerned about our participation in the direction, in determining the direction of which way that wind blows. And now, people, all of you, we have an opportunity to take an active part in how, in Wisconsin particularly, that wind will blow. And that is voting for David King, Dr. David King. And I've had a chance to tour this facility that you have here. It is a great part of the community. I certainly hope that your best ambitions come true for this, David, because This is a facility that helps the young, the old, and all the people in between. And I do believe, Wisconsin, that the same type of remedy and formula will be carried out once David King is in the governor's chair. He will cover all the people, the young, the old, and the aged. David, what put the fire in your belly to do all this? What put the fire in your belly to run for?
Well, my spiritual father once said that if you come up with the problem, I charge you to the solution. And we've been having a problem when it comes to politics for a while now. And all we doing is watching people switch sides. They go from one abusive relationship to the next. And neither party is trying to solve the problem. Neither
Mhm.
party is trying to do what really needs to be done. Now we're celebrating 200 years of this country birthday, and if we really look at it, the same thing we're fighting today is what they fought for 250 years ago.
Very good point. And you know, tomorrow night I'm going to be speaking about that, and David's going to tell you exactly how to get here and what we're going to be talking about. But for 250 years, this country has been in existence as a country. And regardless of your background, red, yellow, black, white, brown, what have you, in this country, you have been a participant legally. If you've been here over that period of time, over any period of time, you're still a participant in the process that makes America what it is. Now, I want everybody to understand this one thing, Reverend, is that no nation, no city, no home, no church can be any better than the people that are inhabiting it, than the people that are there. And what has happened to America? We ask ourselves, why isn't our nation a better nation for our young people? And that is because there are certain things we have not been able to pass down, or we have not passed down. We're able to do it, but we have not passed it down. And part of that is the foundation of Scripture.
Oh yes, and I really believe that when we talk about the wings of change, the winds of change, um, people are now beginning to be sick and tired of being sick and tired. They're tired of the lies. People come to them, oh, I'm gonna make it better for you. And they'll say, oh, we're gonna create jobs. And anybody who really understands government knows that if government create jobs, that's a bigger government.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right.
Government needs to get out of the way. The business owners can create those jobs. And it's not the big corporation that's keeping America going. It's the small corporations, small businesses that is keeping us going. And we have to get government out of their way so they could continue to grow.
And as governor, that is the type of thought pattern that you want to be placed in front of the people of your state,
Yes.
any state, and particularly in Wisconsin, letting them know that you are friendly to business and business growth, and that you want to be a friend to small business, because you hit the nail on the head. America runs on small business. Teaching them capitalist ideas. When we were here at the facility today, I was so happy to see all the that you have here. And we're talking about young people who could be lost in the mix of government heavy handedness that is going on in this country. And they will certainly fall under that because that's all they have known. The two-party system. And listen, I have been a part of one of those parties for a long time, and I was a part of the other party for a long time, and I even tried the middle for a long time. And I found myself really enjoying where I was in that middle. You know why? Because I could analyze both sides, see if that's right for me. This side, see if that's right for me. And my independent American self, your independent Wisconsin self,
Wisconsin.
Wisconsinite self. Within your Wisconsinite self, there is an independence that is just dying to burst out. And Governor King, well, Freudian slip, well, Dr. King, soon to be Governor King, said it very well. There's just so many things that have been blended together. Both Republicans and Democrats, they've been in bed together. They played footsies together under the table with your tax dollars and mine for so long that they think it's their money. That's why you see the people acting the way they do. The slogan of this campaign is people over the party. The party gets to a point, if you allow them, they begin to think that they run the show. No, we the people run this show. And I don't care what station in life you are. If you are an American, you have a voice, and your voice is your vote. And you were saying, Dr. King, you were saying, David, that we have been neglected by one party. I'm talking about all of us, Americans. We have been neglected by one party and taken for granted by the other party. And neither one of those is an optimal choice, especially when we're talking about the troubled times financially that we're living in this country, socially that we're living in this country, crime written that we're living in this country. Somebody has let us down. And the two parties that we have been voting for, particularly here with you Wisconsinites, you have been let down. It's at least time to try something different. The results must not be the same this time.
Oh, I'm loving this. I'm loving this. Let me just pause for a minute to let you guys know tomorrow night here at KPA, Kingdom Partners Alliance, 6111 North Tatonia, we're going to be here listening to this man of God share a powerful message with us, but also, we're going to be celebrating that we got our signatures and we will be on the ballot. What do that mean for you? It means you will now have a third choice in this race.
And that is the most important thing in the world, is that you have a choice. And, you know, when we were back a couple of years ago, some election, it may have been the presidential election, may have been a gubernatorial election that I was listening in on. The people were voting for the lesser of what they said was evil.
Yes.
David, you're still voting for evil if you're voting for the lesser of the evils. That's not an independent choice.
No.
That is not a choice at all, to vote between the lesser of the evils. And, you know, that's where we have gotten to in this country. We hold our nose, and that's the way we put it. We tried to make it cute. We hold our nose and say, well, I'm going to vote for this one. Why? Because he's a part of my party. People over the party. Yourself, you, your pocketbook, your child's education, the street that you live on. That is over any party, especially when the party is not doing what they should be doing to protect your child, to protect your home, and protect your financial future, especially when we're talking about the high tax rates and even the cost of gasoline. Something has got to be done about that, and I really do believe something is going to be done about that.
Oh, yes. And I just have a question. And that question is, I know that some out there are loyal to those two parties. But ask yourself a question. Are those two parties loyal to me? If you're living in a high crime area, if you're living in a food desert, if you're paying higher taxes for your house, ask yourself which party is loyal to you. And the answer would be neither one. Because what you deal with on a daily basis, that's not their concern. Their concern is just to have power. Their concern is not about you, your child. They're not concerned about your child education. They're not because they need that pipeline from school to prison So they don't care if your child learn anything. They don't care if you lose your house. And it's so sad that people are losing their house not to mortgage companies, but to the cities because of taxes.
Absolutely right. And if they were doing their job, we would not be having this conversation. You would not be asking the questions that you are asking. Why is my property taxes so high? Why is crime so high? Where are those that we have elected to office? I tell you what happened. Oh, the guy comes out, the girl comes out, the lady comes out, the man comes out, and he tells you all of the things that he wants you to hear right down that party line, regardless of the party. And you buy into that. What happens when they get to the state house or to the to the national office of Senate or something of that nature? What happens? Well, I've been in Washington, D.C. I was a 15-year senior fellow at Freedom Works, one of the largest grassroots, if not the largest grassroots organization in the country, before we closed our doors because people did not matter over the parties that actually split us up. Now, this is what you have to look out for. How is that type of mentality tearing down your community? Where's your independence? Where is the endowment that you have as an American? We are endowed, we as individuals, by our Creator to do what? To enjoy our lives, to enjoy our freedoms, and to pursue our happiness. Those are all independent choices that we are making. However, we have been allowing the party, either one of them, take a choice to make and take those decisions for us. It's time. You mentioned being sick and tired of being sick and tired. Folks, that's exactly what we want to talk about tomorrow night. Not just to beat the drum of being sick and tired, but to find the solutions to why we are sick and tired. I think you might get the gist of where we're going with this because there is a reason why Americans are sick and tired of the same old rope-a-dope thing that we have been involved in for at least 60 years that I know of.
And it then got to the point where they're not voting for this person because they done anything great. They just voting for this person because they don't like the other one. And that's a dangerous vote.
Absolutely.
Or you're voting because you're scared because they done told you a bunch of lies. That's a dangerous vote. And I want people to know and understand that you need to vet. You need to do your homework. You need to ask candidates to come up with receipts. All right. And say, what have you done to deserve my vote? Don't tell me what you're going to do if you get in office. Tell me what you've been doing, because whatever you've been doing, you're going to do more of. But if you ain't never been doing anything, and this is why people start laughing, because you got all of these elected officials who are now on both sides of the aisle running for governor, but they never made our life better.
Absolutely.
And so if you put them together, and this is what makes me stand out, if you put them all together, they can't say they helped transfer over 10,000 lives.
Absolutely right. And you know what? When you look at the duplication process that goes along with success, you want someone who is going to show you how to duplicate the success that they've had in their own community.
Yes.
And what you're looking at with so many of the candidates that might be running against this candidate here, David King, you want to look at what have they done for you lately, if at all. You walk me through this beautiful facility that's here, and something is here for everybody, as I mentioned to you earlier. What would it be like if in fact that type of success could be duplicated, and that's all you do when you're successful, you just go out and do what worked before.
Yes.
And what's working here is exactly what you have been doing. Oh, David, the first time that I came up, it was with you. You showed me your church, and you took me around in the community. That's been nearly 15 years ago,
Yes.
and you're still on the wall telling the watchman what's out in the night.
Oh, yeah.
And that's exactly what we need at this point in time, is a watchman on the wall telling us what type of darkness and what type of evil lurks in this state in the nighttime that is out there. And many of us cannot see what's going on in the night in this country. But I tell you something, there's darkness coming if, in fact, we don't shine a light on what's happening to have led us to this point. People over party is exactly the remedy for Wisconsin. And I have a feeling that the trend and the way the wind is blowing in this country, look at what's happening in the California mayoral race. You have a Republican running for mayor in California that's supported mostly by Democrats, probably because the Democrats are sick and tired of the party over the.
That's it. That's it. And, I remember the presidential race when the Republicans was crying because Kamala Harris got there without having a primary. And then this election for the governor race, the Republican just did the same thing that the Democrats did during the presidential race and trying their best not to allow their handpicked to have a primary. So you cry about it and then you go and be about it and do the same thing. This is why the people have to understand and realize that they're not for you. They're choosing for you. And if you continue to allow them to choose for you, they're going to choose socialism and communism for you.
And you're headed exactly down that road, American Wisconsinite. You're headed down that road. And when we look at them choosing for you, and we hear people talking about destroying an oligarchy, let me tell you what an oligarchy is. It's a small group of people who run stuff. Simple as that. And that's what you're seeing taking over the political spectrum as we speak right now. A small group of people on either side of that political ledger that work together. It's almost like these tag team wrestlers. And I know some of you believe with all of your heart that that is not choreographed, that is not scripted, that is just real wrestling. Believe what you want. But if you believe that about politics, I am telling you, you have your head in the sand. So much of what happens between Democrats and Republicans, even those who appear to oppose each other, is so scripted and choreographed, and we fall into that trap. It is time for us to take those shackles off and vote for a candidate who understands that it is time now to choose the people over the party. That's what we're looking at.
Oh, yes. And we're looking forward to it tomorrow night. We're at 6111 North Tatonia, 5 o'clock for the donors, 6 o'clock for the general public. Come on in. We're going to have a great time. I'm looking forward to turning Reverend CL loose and let him just feed us. And because I guarantee you, when he opened his mouth, he's going to have answers that you've been having questions about for a while. And I believe that it is now time for us to choose courage over comfort. And it didn't take everybody to break free from Great Britain. It only took a few that was sick and tired of being sick and tired.
You can be the rudder that changes the course of the direction of this great nation. I said earlier that no nation, no church, no home, no business can be any better than the people who inhabit it. You Wisconsinites inhabit this great state. We as Americans inhabit it all as a whole. But somehow we have allowed this to get away from us, and we have turned it over to people that we felt we could trust. But once they got to where they were going, they changed. I just mentioned to you that I've known this man for 15 years. The only thing that has changed is how he has progressed in this community. And I do believe that there is time for change in this state. And someone who shows the type of progression, the very dynamic progression that Dr. David King has done in his community, can surely do the same thing for the state of Wisconsin. I think that you're hungry for that type of change. I think that too many people are holding their fingers up in the air just trying to see which way the wind is blowing. It's very plain to see how it's blowing. You can watch it on television. You can hear it on radio, how the wind is blowing. You can see it in the crime-ridden streets of this country. It is time now for you to take back the reins of power that were given to you through that great endowment by those old white men who wrote our founding documents that said you are endowed by your Creator with certain unalienable rights. Don't alienate those rights anymore. Vote people over the party. I encourage each and every one of you to come out tomorrow night, and I'll give you a real exercise in why you should vote for Dr. David King.
Amen. And so, you guys, we came on just to have a little conversation. I'm not going to poke him because he might go into his message for tomorrow. And, you know, as preachers, you know, we
preach.
we preach, and we don't like.
Oh, we go preach.
You poke us, you gonna get two sermons. In. So we want to again encourage you guys to come out. 6111 North Tatonia, inside the Silver Mill Mall, Kingdom Partners Alliance. Doors open up at 5:30. But if you are VIP and you're a donor, you come in and we have a private session with you and CL Bryant. You can take pictures with CL Bryant. I was blown away with his documentary film, Runaway Slave. Go take a look at it before you come tomorrow. You'll be like, who am I coming to see? Go look at the documentary of Runaway Slave, and you'll know what you're in for on tomorrow. And I'm just grateful and blessed to have him here while Wisconsin get ready to make history and say we defeated the two-party system and took our independence back, the people over the party. Any last words you want to say?
Send that message, Wisconsinite. Send that message. You know why you must send that message. You know where you must send that message, and you know who you must send that message to. Send that message, Wisconsinite. Change the direction of your state. Your children's future depends upon that, depends upon you. The winds of change are blowing. You determine the direction that it will blow. David, thank you so much for having me here. And I'm saying to all of you, and I'll be saying it to you again tomorrow night, and I'll be saying it on an inauguration day, that you did the right thing. And you'll know it because you'll see it. You'll feel it in your pocketbooks, and you'll see it on your streets. God bless and God keep you all. David, we're going to run hard, and we're going to run harder.
Amen. So until tomorrow night, again, 6111 North Tatonia Avenue. Doors open at 5:30 for the general public, and those that are donors, 5 o'clock, you can come on in, make a donation, come on and sit in the back, enjoy this man, pick his brain. If you even think, listen, before we go, I got to say this. If you are thinking about running for office, or you feel an urge in you to get up and run for school board, county supervisor, alderman, mayor, county executive, state rep, come and talk with this man. And you don't have to choose a side to run. You got to just run not by rebelling, because I'm not running to rebel against any party, but I'm running out of conviction.
Absolutely.
And that conviction is somebody got to stand up for the people.
Absolutely. And here he is. He's standing up. He's taking the risk that it takes to stand up for the people. I don't think that a lot of people understand the price that has to be paid for someone to be that voice, that watchman on the wall. There's a price that's paid for that. And it takes men and women of courage now to stand with you, to march into a very positive future for Wisconsinites. Dr. David King.
And Pastor Patricia Lee, I see you on. Pastors, you guys come into the private room. So when y'all get there, if you come at 5 o'clock, you pastors, you can come into the private room and talk with the Reverend C.L. Bryant. He retired from pastoring, but he didn't retire from preaching.
Oh, no, I'll always be a preacher. I'll always be a preacher. And if you want to watch Runaway Slave, it'll be on Prime, Amazon Prime. You can go there. Everybody's in it, from Dr. Thomas Sowell to my very good friend. Both of them have passed away now. Breitbart and Herman Cain are both in that film. Even Al Sharpton, Reverend Jesse Jackson, God rest his soul, are in that film. So you want to take a look at who it is you're coming to talk to. I've been on 2 presidential boards. We'll talk about who that was when you get here tomorrow night. And I certainly look forward to meeting you, shaking your hand, hugging some necks tomorrow night. And I have my wife, Annie, with me, and we look forward to introducing her to you all as well. Come on out. Let's have a great time together, and let's look into the future that God has for all of us here in Wisconsin. And David, you can rest assured, once they're swearing you in, hopefully I'll be right there looking at you, thanking God for the privilege to have helped.
You ain't going to be able to watch it because you're going to be the one swearing me in.
Bless your heart.
That's who's going to swear me in. Reverend C.L. Bryant is going to swear me in. My daughter's going to sing the national anthem. And we're going to have a great time. But come out tomorrow night. Pastors, again, if you get there at 5 o'clock, you can have a private conversation with C.L. Bryant. You can take pictures with him. But as pastors, we lead the charge because the people trust us. And we can't sell their trust. And we cannot lead them to the slaughter. And as I close this out, I have to say it the way Martin Luther King said it to Harry Belafonte.
Mm-hmm.
He says, I think I might have just led our people into a burning house.
Ooh. Hey, let's set it on.
Yes. So you guys come out and we'll see y'all on tomorrow.
God bless you all.
God bless you all.
Got one with this one, Melody.
King for governor. King for governor. Governor.
The people over the parties. How could the parties be over the people? We stand, we ride. No matter what's wrong, we gonna make it right. The people over the parties. How could the parties be over the people? We stand, we ride. No matter what's wrong, we gonna make it right. decide. And if we don't, nah, we decide.
King for governor.
The people over the parties. The people over politics.
King for governor.
The law of the land includes your voice. We decide. We rise. The people over the parties. How could the parties be over the people? We stand, we stand, we stand
King for
together. The people over the parties. How could the parties be over the people? We stand, we stand, we rise. No matter what's wrong, we gonna make it right. The people over the parties. How could the parties be over the people? We stand, we stand, we rise. No matter what's wrong, we gonna make it right.
King for governor. King for governor. Governor. King for governor. King for governor. Governor. King for governor. King for governor. Governor.